Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a little bit of a different style video. We are going to be getting decking material from Fairbanks, Alaskan, hauling it out to a remote cabin by snow machine. I have all the snow machines and stuff on the trailer still from the weekend, from riding in the mountains and stuff, so I got to unload those. I have to unload the utility sleds, and then I have to unload the tow behind sleds, so that's, you know, how we're going to carry all the materials out there. I'll record when I can. It's gonna be, I have to load pretty much all of it by myself, so we'll get it all loaded. We're gonna tow both of the utility sleds on a different trailer, and then we'll go from there. I'll keep you guys updated on everything in between.
Random facts: the first dog park in America was established in 1979 in Berkeley, California. Of course it was Berkeley. Octopuses are one of the most intelligent creatures on the planet, capable of solving complex puzzles, using tools, escaping captivity, opening screw-top jars, stacking rocks to protect the entrances of their dens. They're extremely smart.
Are you kidding me? Please tell me I don't actually have to see the cashier. Are you kidding me?
Well, it's 10 above out here in Alaska. We'll head out to the cabin.
It's cold.
Gotta get lumber off and
Get
go from there.
all the food and everything loaded up. We got 39 20-footers to bring out. Last weekend we had dealt with a bunch of trouble bringing out the rest of the materials to build the addition to the deck, so I didn't really get too much footage, unfortunately. So we're gonna do about as much as we can do this weekend. We're gonna try and see if we have enough time. It's Thursday today, so hopefully we have enough time to do some ice fishing, have a couple beers, you know, hang out with the family and stuff, have a good weekend. But priority for today and tomorrow is really just to get this out there and get the cabin warmed up. Tomorrow to bring them. We also forgot the entire 7-pack of family pack of steaks that we bought, and we also forgot the 3 pounds of bacon that we were supposed to bring. So even though we spent 4 days planning everything and getting everything bought and taken care of, we still forgot stuff. Always make a checklist whenever you're doing stuff like this. This cabin is accessible during the summertime, but only by riverboat. So we'll head down that just to make sure this summer there's no trees laying down in the river, or not in the river, but in the creek. What happened to my glove? It's right there. I'm dumbass. So here is the creek. So this is the creek that we take, come in and out during the summertime by boat. It's not very deep and it's not very fucking wide. The biggest problem with this lake is that there's so many people that have cabins that like to come in and out on the weekends that it can be very dangerous to come in and out of here by boat, because you can come around corners and go to different areas without knowing that you're gonna actually hit somebody. We're gonna head out onto the lake. I wasn't sure if you guys are gonna be able to understand if I was talking and driving at the same time. It's very windy out on this lake 90% of the time. And looking across it, it's going to be, so there won't be very much vlogging, but there will be, you know, we'll be able to show some stuff to you guys. But anyway, here we go. bubble must have gotten blown over. Believe it or not, this might be the first time I've ever showed up at this cabin during the daylight. Alright. In typical good Dylan fashion, just like I had talked about when I was out here last weekend, I would leave us a bunch of nice, dry, warm firewood in there. As you can see, there's a bunch of nice, warm, dry firewood in here. You know, most of the time people start with nothing other than a torch, but I don't like to wait. I want it warm in here, and I want it warm there. Let's get the generator out of the garage and next to the fireplace so we can warm it up so we can start it. Mess this up. I can never remember if both keys are the same or one's the same. Both are different. And both can do it. There we go. I swear. Let's get this big bad boy.
It says it's 25 below.
Inside?
Yeah. How's it colder?
Don't look at that. We did that last weekend.
What?
We let it warm up next to the fire too long.
Is that why it's melted?
Yeah.
Idiots.
Well, whatever. We had to get it warm in here, and we couldn't see it. It was dark, and we were scared. All right, now just pull it over a couple times. Now shut it down, and then keep it at halfway. Go ahead and shut it off. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna do the oil light again. Might get away with it.
It's 20 above out here.
Yeah, like I said, it was in the shed, so it's not 20 below like inside the cabin.
It's pushing hot air now.
If it's pushing hot air, then it should be fine. We'll let it run for a minute, and we'll bring it up there. So, for those of you that don't know, the best idea to have for a generator, especially on 2020 and 30 below even, is to build a doghouse for them. Have an exit hole for the exhaust and have an entry point for the power. We always keep ours in here so that way it can stay warm but still get the exhaust out. Look in here, I got it plugged in and we have our exhaust port here. So we'll set it up, we'll leave that there. You don't have to do this, but this gives you about 24 to 25 hours of relief without having to worry about fuel. This is an external tank that connects to the generator. Set this here. Feed the tank into here. Bring this over. Bring this, or actually, move that over. Make sure that this plugs in. So that's plugged in. Now what we'll do is set this back down. Now I can't speak for all external fuel systems, but this one, at least this specific year, will not stay running unless you crack the tank. So you leave the tank cracked, It'll stay running the entire night. It'll constantly keep that tank full, and you only have to fill from here. That'll give you about, when this is full, including that, about 24, 25 hours, give or take. Here's a good overview of the entire cabin area. So there's the main cabin, and then our neighbor's cabin. There's our shower here on the back side of the shed, and then here's our guest cabin, which has sleeping quarters. We fit, depending on how comfortable we want to be, we can fit 8 people in here. So
It does have a Toyo stove.
it has a Toyo stove. We put it in the summer, and that is to be tested. We'll figure it out this weekend. This is the first time that anybody's been out here during the winter time. So we have a two-way system. We have solar panels out front that are buried in snow, but we have solar power and everything that works during the summertime. But during the wintertime, we don't really get any sun during the wintertime. So see, breaker flipped. Good. Now we can flip on to generator power feed. So like if you turn around, come over here, battery backup, all that stuff is going to turn on. The coffee maker is going to turn on. So now the lights and everything else should turn on. So we have our outside lights, which we don't need, but everything is pretty much on for the cabin stateside. Guest cabin, other guest cabin, everything is good to go. So now we have power everywhere. So it's cold in here, so we have the fan up top. Go ahead and turn that on, which is already on. Now we have lights and everything. Now we're good to go. Back to civilization. Have lights out front, have lights in the back, sides, everywhere. So, for most places you only have to worry about burbot, but the main thing that's in this lake is pike. So we're going to run a 12-inch steel leader, and then we'll hook it up to our line, which is going to be hooked up to our logs that are wider than the hole, which is what most people commonly use, and then we'll go from there. So we're not going to be out exactly ice fishing. We'll either catch burbot or pike. We're not going to catch grayling or whitefish or anything like that. So we'll get these rigged up, and then we'll give you guys an update when we're drilling a hole. Ow! It's not funny, Colton. It's very dangerous. So we'll have to bring a couple jugs of premix out. That's good. There it is. Give it a little hot dog. And we should be eating tomorrow. Well, we know it's sinking. That might be the bottom of the lake. That's the bottom of the lake. Honestly, might be a little bit smart to leave it right there. That's all we have for this line. It's still sinking. We'll leave it right there. Exclude that the episode so you
I ain't sure where the grace went to, but hey, there's no problem. When in doubt, figure it out.
I'm gonna play you there.
I think I need to call.
Chuck these baits. I don't think anything on there yet. I see it. Still on there. You see it? Oh! Oh, it's my face in the reflection. Oh! 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 There's a fish! Damn it! I can't believe we don't have anything. That's crazy. Okay. kind of where we are. You know what I mean? Like, it's only been, what, an hour since we set them, so like we can't be upset, but also at the same time, it's our first time ice fishing, so we'll set all 3 of them. If there's nothing on them tomorrow, then we'll set weights and be able to, you know, create the distance for drag and stuff like that. I don't know. This is our first time doing it, so we'll just go from there. All right, we just got done doing the burbot sets. Now we're making a little bit of dinner. A couple of 3 Bear specials, choice ribeyes. Trying to make sure that they're good and cooked enough. Listen to a little bit of AC/DC. We're just making some dinner and we're gonna get settled in for the night. Make sure the generator's gassed up. Everything else is good to go.
All right, good morning, everyone. Today we have a lot to do. We just got done making breakfast, so now we're going to go ahead and start the long and vigorous process of hauling all those treks, roughly 3 miles from the landing. Beautiful day out here, 30 above. Getting these treks moved across the river is kind of annoying, but it's a slow and steady process. I think the fastest I went was like 7 miles an hour. 9.
A lot faster than 7. 9.
Dylan's load looks a little bit more Dylan. And you go back to my load, it's all perfectly straight.
That's like the perfect description.
Huh?
That's like the perfect description for it.
Yeah. You look at mine.
It's working.
You look at mine, it's fucking smooth sailing. Dylan's ship, I mean, it's still floating, but it's barely alive.
It's good to go. It's just not feeling it. I keep forgetting today's Friday. It's not Saturday, it's Friday. We came out Thursday. Woo.
Looks like the bottom. Oh, I see it. I see it too. Right there at the bottom. So about a foot above that. Just a couple inches.
We might be able to catch it.
Imagine if it was like dark.
Oh, wait. Right there, stop. All right, we're gonna go check the set lines and see if we got anything. It's kind of died down, not too much, but a lot less than it was. Should be a lot less, more than a little bit. Still there. Nothing. You're really gonna do that, huh? I'm gonna head up the trail that we take the four-wheeler on.
Huh?
Just take a buzz up the trail that the four-wheeler normally goes on. I'll give her a try. Hopefully, don't tip it over. Oh, all right, we're going to get my girlfriend and her cousin and her dad and his girlfriend, but I forgot to fill the snow machine that I own, that my old lady owns, before we left. So only has about 3 gallons in it. It definitely won't make it, but I'm gonna bring this just in case. It's only about a half a 5-gallon jug.
got some bourbon too. Hell yeah.
Oh, that was a good photo. Damn, baby, that looks monstrous. Let me get the tail set out. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, you got it.
Oh.
All right, set that
Okay,
thing
I got
down.
it.
All right, guys. Well, we got all the materials out here. Nothing's pretty. We're gonna have to come back out and resituate it, put everything at a level base. But all the materials for the extension or the addition is already out here. My girlfriend and her family are all out checking the burbot sets and the pike sets to see if we caught anything. In the meantime, we're shutting down the cabin. We're getting ready to head home. It's Sunday, so weekend's over. Everything's done. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.